Hello, and welcome to the first video in the self-awareness and situational awareness video. This video is the first video in the series I'll be doing. This one is more of an instructional, verbal video today. We will get to the techniques on the third video, but I'm going to teach you a lot of things. Today, things I want you to be aware of is like when you enter a building, or a room or a bar, even restaurants, look to the left of you, look to the right of you, see who's there, and look for exits. When you walk out, do the same thing. Look left, look right, check out, is anybody behind you? Did anybody follow you out? It's not to be paranoid, it's just to be aware of your situation and be safe, period. Now, all these things are things I do all day, every day, look for situations and so on. And keep my eyes for possible exits, possible trouble coming into the room that you're not expecting, watching people, body language. So there's so much information that to put it to you all in order, I had to write it down. So hopefully you got the first part. The reason for the rules are so that you look aware, like predators like to see victims, people who look like they're clueless to their surroundings, people who are an easy target. No one wants to pick on somebody who looks ready for a fight. So the more alert you look, the better off you are. When you're coming out of a building, heading to your car, or out for a walk, do not be texting. I see that way too much. Looking on your phone, looking for emails, Facebook, you're digging in your purse for your keys. You should already have your keys in your hand. Remember to keep your phone handy for 911 calls, but not to be sitting there texting somebody or to be looking at your Facebook page. Don't be distracted, because right away, that's what you are. A predator sees you and they see a beautiful victim to get, because they know that you're distracted by your routine. Headphones in your ears, things like that. And you're not paying attention. It makes you a victim. So, number one, that is it. To keep yourself safe, look aware. Some predators will watch you for 2-3 days if they're looking for an easy person. They learn your routine. They know where you're going to be. They have an idea of what time you're going to be there, if you're alone, what you do, and what your habits are. So somebody with a routine schedule every day that's continuous, you do put yourself at a little bit of risk without having some kind of spontaneity of your own. As far as in your car, don't leave wallets, purses. This is all common sense. In plain sight, they can smash your car window, take out whatever they want. Once they have that wallet, once they have that purse, they have your home information. They have lots of personal information you don't want out there, which brings you to worrying about them coming to your home at some point with your address. Another thing is going along with this, as far as going to pay a bill up at the counter, you walk up there, you're leaving your purse on the chair. I've seen people do it, so it's not unheard of. Somebody grabs the purse. So you got to keep your eye on these kind of things. Another thing is, if you got a purse, but you got a smaller wallet, maybe you don't need the whole purse to go into the store with. Maybe you just need a few items that you can put into your wallet and make it a much easier day for you to get in and out without having to worry about your purse. Number one, you want to lock your purse in your trunk if you're going to do that. Somewhere like that, but always out of plain sight. And we'll get into the trunk and parking lot situation later. But when you get into your car, you want to lock your door first thing before you make a phone call, do a text, something. Lock your car. So this way you know you're safe, you're inside. It's the same thing when you get home. You get home, you walk in the door. Once you're done bringing in groceries or whatever you went shopping for, lock the door immediately. There's no reason to leave your door unlocked during the day. Maybe there was a time it was safe to have your door open during the day, but it's not anymore. So things like that, you just want to pay attention to when you get home. Another thing is you're letting your guard down when you get into your car and you're not paying attention, or you're opening your trunk and you're putting things in it. Look around you, see who's near you, see who's coming near you. Maybe somebody's nearby It's a very easy situation to get caught in. So these are just common sense things, but people don't do it every day. Many people think they're safe in their cars. They think they're safe in their homes because they're home. Well, that's not true anymore either. So, you know, be safe by using your skills of remembering to lock your car, lock your doors, be at home, and be safe then. But another situation that we're going to get into, let's say you're out and somebody's approaching you or coming close by, you're not feeling comfortable with them. Don't be afraid or embarrassed to use your voice loudly. If someone approaches you and your instincts are telling you it's danger, it probably is. So at that point, let it be known to the assailant that you do not want to be hurt. You don't want any of those kind of problems, but don't be embarrassed if you have to put up your hands, tell them that you don't want anything to do with it. Just don't be caught off guard. Keep a distance between you and them. When you park your car in a parking lot, look for the most lit up areas. Park as close as you can to the entrances. The place you are going, lock your car right away. Get your keys and have them in your hand in case for some reason you got to get back in that car immediately and lock it. You know, before entering, if you are loading your trunk, do so quickly. Get the car loaded as quick as you can. And then get yourself in the car, head home. A lot of people think they are at home and someone is knocking at their door, ringing the bell, rather than answering the door, which I don't want you to go up and just open the door without knowing who's there. You can yell out, who is it? I'm on the phone right now. And even if it's somebody you're expecting to come over. They might be coming over to work on your house, work on the yard, but make sure you know who it is before you ever open the door. That's one thing you just don't want to do. It's very simple. People think just by not answering the door, people will go away. Well, that's not true anymore. That's what they're looking for, a home that's empty. So make it be known that you are there. Use your instincts. If something's weird about somebody, which we've all had those moments, it's a situation. If someone makes you concerned, excuse yourself from the conversation and move on. If you get to where they're getting in too close to you, back up. Keep distance. Distance is one of your best weapons you can use, is keeping away from someone that may cause you harm. Be aware of that. And if you buy a gun, if you have any weapons, that's fine. But first of all, you need to practice. You need to really learn that weapon. You need to really know that you have the weapon down and that you can use it at a moment's notice. Drawing, shooting, practicing, because if you don't, that weapon's going to be used against you when they get their hands on it. You can practice these techniques. I suggest you use a fake toy gun for pulling out, having your husband or boyfriend or whoever, friend, come at you like they're going to, and you pull your weapon and show that your stance is. You get used to this, makes it a lot easier if the situation ever happens, even though your adrenaline will be flowing. A lot of people make themselves targets when they go out into the world. They're wearing fancy jewelry. They have restricted clothing on, so they can't even really respond in a situation to fight. Carrying too many things at once, you're putting yourself at risk. Leaving your garage door open. Leaving valuables in plain sight. All of those are simple, everyday things that people do. But you need to really be aware of what you're doing and your surroundings. Now, parking lots. Number one, don't park next to vans, big trucks. If you can help it, try not to. You can't help it if you're already there and they pull up next to you. But when you come out to the parking lot, be aware. Look in your car before you get in your car. I had a friend who got in the car and there was somebody in the back seat. So you want to be careful of that. So you've got your car locked. You look around the situation, you look around the car, you can walk by, but don't come near your car if somebody's lurking around or hanging out near it. It's best to wait. See what's going on. Be aware of your surroundings. You don't want to be the easy prey. People look for you to be confused, come outside in the parking lot. I suggest for everybody, you get pepper spray. Now pepper spray comes with dyes in it, so you can spray somebody and they get marks with the blue color on their face. Makes it easier for the police to find. If they're approaching you, you put your hand out, you say stop, and maybe they're not approaching you for a bad reason. Maybe they're good people, but it's better to be safe. A little embarrassment, oh well, that's okay. But you hold your pepper spray right up here, shoulder height. Let it be known that you will use it. You know, so those kind of things will definitely help you get out of situations. You're demonstrating your personal boundaries for one thing. Also, what predators look for is someone who's really overgoing, friendly with people, and looks like they can come up and ask you directions and questions. And yeah, not everybody's bad people, but it's better to assume they are. So you're that kind of person. You're kind of putting yourself at risk. You know, I can't emphasize enough that do not turn your back on someone you do not trust. That invites an attack. If you approach someone and somebody's approaching you, make a stance, make an aggressive stance. Put one hand in your pocket, makes it look like you might be grabbing a weapon. Don't be afraid to say stop loudly so people hear it and it gets attention. You know, that's why you don't want to park in dark places. You don't want to park far away from a building if you can help it. If you got distracted by, you got kids, you got your phone, you got all this going, you're the first person they're looking for. So again, it's pepper spray. You hold it up, and if you have to, you spray them in the face. If you posture yourself as a tough target, it can help. Criminals want easy targets. If running away is not possible, try to outsmart them by talking your way toward an escape. If that does not work, then you have them, if you have to, you fight them with all of your might. Hit and run. It's really hit and stun. Hit them with one strike that works, which I will be teaching you. This is where you will have the tools you will need when I teach them to you to know when to strike and how to strike. If it is a robbery, give them the money. Avoid contact with thieves, with robbers. And that's not what I'm going to tell you with the regular predators. You are reaching for your money. Tell them you're reaching for your money. Slowly, so they don't think you're pulling a weapon. No quick moves. Thieves are usually spontaneous and unpredictable. Most of them are strung out drug addicts. And they are anxious. They don't want to get caught. They don't want to go to jail. They just want your money. Give them the money. But do not ever go anywhere with a kidnapper. Reasons for this, you're going to fight with all your life. And if you are disabled in any way, lay down on the ground, fall down to the ground, and let them drag you to the car where they think they're going to get you. You don't want to be an easy person. If you get in a car, if they're willing to kill you in public, when they get you alone somewhere, they could do anything to you and take all the time in the world. And I hate to sound like I'm trying to make you scared of everything and paranoid. But you don't want to be paranoid, you just want to be aware and you want to be prepared. Not all kidnappers are killers. Not all of them are rapists. But you don't want to find out the hard way. Now that I've given you all the bad news on this video, when the next video, we will move on to everyday items in your home or surroundings that can be used as weapons. Ordinary items you wouldn't have even thought of. Also, I will be training you in strikes, counter strikes, quick and easy techniques that could save your life or the life of a loved one. So things like that, but I have a side note for you. There's two types of people who will look you directly in the eyes. Police officer and the bad guys. They're not afraid to look right into your eyes. Keep your eyes open so you can use a reversal on them. You know, they're scanning you. You're going to do a reverse scanning briefly. You don't stare at them and look them down, but you let it be known. You look at their eyes briefly. They're looking in your eyes. They know that you are aware that you are not going to be a victim. You see them, you're letting them know. I see you. I'm not an easy victim. At that point, they don't really want to mess with you because you're already aware. You could give too much information. You would give description of them easier because you looked at them. But like I said, make that brief, but make it to the eyes. And chances are, at that point, you're off the list of being a victim. But a key here again is you need to maintain your physical and mental training all the time. Use it every day. And a lot of you are not in the habit of it, and you wouldn't be because the world wasn't as bad as it is now, where you have to be aware about everything. But I tell you, if you follow some of these rules I gave you, write them down, simple little things that you can remember. When we get into the next video, you're going to learn how to use everyday items as weapons, as I said. But I'm going to show you things you would have never thought of. But when we get to video 3, you will start learning the strikes. And I will be showing you, my friend Bob here, who is always in my videos, musically or martial arts. And I'm going to show you the proper striking techniques and how to get more power and focus when you use your techniques, and how to use fast, simple, hit and run techniques, knockout strikes, dislocations, so many things. And I'm going to explain to you in those videos what each strike does to your opponent's body, so you have an idea. You got to do everything with purpose. Everything you do should have purpose. Every technique you throw, you should know you're committed and you're going to do a follow-up if necessary. So basically, once you commit to doing something, you have to do it. You know, you have to hit, strike fast, hit hard. Speed is power. Okay, anyway, that's enough for today's lesson. So I hope you got something out of this. Please keep watching and have a great night. Take care. Bye.